Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Call the regular city council meeting Monday, July 14th, 2014 to order. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Alderman Putoff.
Here.
Ferrari.
Here.
Waldorf.
Here.
Makoshius.
Here.
Perez.
Here.
Radke.
Here.
Mueller.
Here.
Sapienza. Mayor Harrell.
Here, pledge of allegiance. Okay, Friends for Prue Pool, you have a presentation. Come on up.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. Make sure you're mic'd up there, buddy. Can you hold it for me? Sure. Okay, on behalf of the Prue Parks and Recreation Board, we are happy to present the Friends of Prue Pool a check for $2,088 from the proceeds of ticket sales from the Carson and Barnes Circus held at the Prue Airport, June 25th. Best of luck with your splash pad project. Thank you. Okay.
We appreciate what so much.
How much more you got to go?
We're working on it.
Okay,
Sure.
I don't see any public comment cards filled out on the clerk's desk here. So do we have a motion to receive the minutes and place on file?
So moved.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Waldorf to receive the minutes and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Do we have a motion to receive the reports and place on file?
So moved, Your Honor. Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to receive the reports and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Move on to committee reports. Council and Finance, Alderman Putoff, Alderman Radke.
Yes, Your Honor and Council, I'd like to submit the total disbursements for July 16th of the year 2014. Those disbursements total $2,205,253.59. I'll make a motion that the disbursements be received, placed on file, the bills paid in the usual manner.
Second.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Radke to receive the disbursements, placed on file, and the bills paid in the usual manner. Is there any discussion?
Just one thing I want to point out of all the disbursements, the electric light fund was $1.753 million, and that's really the purchase that power that we're getting on a monthly basis from the IMEA. And like Jim had mentioned from his committee, trying to get all of those bills in on time certainly saves the city money and our residents money in the long run.
Is there anything else from Council Finance?
No, Your Honor.
Public Works, Alderman Waldorf, Alderman Lukosius.
Yes, Your Honor. All the aldermen should have received a packet on Friday, and in that packet we had a report from Public Utilities Administrator, an operational semi-annual report. This is by far the most detailed report I have seen come out of Public Works and Public Utilities since I've been here in the last 3 years. And I would just like to commend both Jeff King and Doug Bernabe for a fine job and a fine report. And at this time, I'd like to make a motion that we accept this report and place it on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Lukosius, second by Alderman Waldorf to receive the report and place on file. I need to back up a little bit because we need to have the roll call vote on the disbursements that we had a motion and a second by Alderman Putoff and Alderman Radke. So at this time, we'll have a roll call vote.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Okay. Now, that was the Alderman Lukosius, Alderman Waldorf for the Public Utilities Report. Place on file. Is there any discussion on that? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to purchase under state bid a 1-ton pickup truck with plow package for the electric department.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Lukosius, second by Alderman Waldorf, to purchase under a state bid a 1-ton pickup truck with plow package for the electric department. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote. Clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
Next, Your Honor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the purchase, installation, and programming of a new SCADA system for the electric department in the amount of $146,450.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Lukosius, second by Alderman Waldorf, to approve the purchase, installation, and programming of new SCADA system for the electric department in the amount of $146,450. Is there any discussion?
Can you explain what this is?
Yeah,
Supervisory control and data acquisition.
how it affects and how it helps our department.
Aye.
Is that all you needed to pass the engineering test?
This new system, we currently have a what we call a SCADA system that was pretty much piecemealed together by people in the electric department over the years. And right now, a lot of the software that's being used will not talk to each other, so we're not in communication with our hydro and our necessary substations. This new system will all be integrated, new software and new hardware. It's going to be a complete purchase. BHM&G Engineering is going to streamline the package for us, and it will enable the city to have much better control over the electric system.
Another good way to describe it, especially if you'd go up there and see the existing system, it's really mission control for the entire electric department. You're in that room, and our techs can see what's going on out in the field, and the people out in the field can say, that's what we're literally seeing here too. So before they're flipping too many switches, we know we're going to get accurate information as well. It's really mission control. I know Alderman Sapienza had a chance just a few weeks ago to stop by and got to see it, and it's really a cool thing. But like Alderman Lukosius said, it's time to get a 2013, 2014 version going forward type.
Yeah, and our electric distribution system is extremely complex with a hydroelectric facility, a couple switchgears on Water Street, one up north, backup generators, and so we really need to upgrade that.
It was state-of-the-art a long time ago.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, we'll have a roll call vote. Clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
That's all for electric, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have the City of Peru Water and Wastewater Treatment Plants report for May 2014. This report shows total water produced was a little over 85 million gallons. On the wastewater side, at our east plant, we treated 82.8 million gallons, and at the west plant, we treated 30.6 million gallons. I would like to make a motion that we receive this report and place it on file.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Lukosius, to receive the Water Wastewater Treatment Plant Report for May 2014, place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Anything further?
Chris, do you have anything? No? Mike? Eric? Jeff? Public Works, yeah. Public Works is this Monday.
You announced last week, Monday 21 at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Monday the 21st at 10 o'clock. That's all that we have from Public Works.
Okay, Public Health and Safety, Alderman Ferrari, Alderman Sapienza.
Your Honor, I have the Peru Fire Report for the pay period ending July 5th, 2014. The Peru Fire Department received and responded to a total of 12 fire calls for the pay period, and 1 of 2 monthly training sessions for a total of 13, for a total payroll for the period of $4,256.74. I'd like to make a motion to accept the report and place it on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Sapienza, second by Alderman Ferrari, to receive the approved fire department report and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Your Honor, I also have the Peru Volunteer Ambulance Service report. The Peru Ambulance Service responded to a total of 227 patient calls during the month of June. They had a total mileage logged of 8,248 miles. I'd like to place this report, make a motion and place the report on file.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Sapienza, second by Alderman Ferrari, to receive Peru Volunteer Ambulance Activity Summary and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Your Honor, we have the Peru Police Department semi-annual summary report for January through June 2014. I'll make a motion to accept that report and place it on file.
Second that.
Have a motion by Alderman Ferrari, second by Alderman Sapienza, to receive Peru Police Department semi-annual summary and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Chief Burnaby or King, anything you want to add to this?
Nothing from police.
Nothing, fire.
That's all we have, Your Honor.
Okay, Public Property Committee, Alderman Perez, Alderman Mueller.
Yes, Your Honor, I have the Recreation Fund Report for a period ending June 30th, 2014. Total funds available as of June 2014 was $11,954.69. I'd like to make a motion to accept this report and place it on file.
I'll second that.
Have a motion from Alderman Perez, second by Alderman Mueller, to receive Peru Recreation Fund Cash Account Summary for 2014 and place on file. For June 2014, place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Your Honor, I have the Peru Public Library Cash Account Summary for the period ending June 30th, 2014. Total funds available in the cash accounts are $247,300.71. I'd like to make a motion that we accept this report and place it on file.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Mueller, second by Alderman Perez, to receive Peru Public Library Cash Account Summary for June 2014, place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
I have nothing further, Your Honor. Alderman
Nothing
Mueller?
further.
Okay, we'll move on to reports of City Attorney, ordinances, resolutions.
Yes, Your Honor, there were 2 hearings before the Zoning Board of Appeals. First was that of Nicholas Biagioni concerning property at 3003 7th Street. He desires variances for the construction of a 34 feet by 48 feet pole building with no frost footings to serve as a detached residential garage upon the property, and requests variances increasing the maximum square footage of the garage from 990 as restricted in the zoning ordinance to 1,632 square feet, to increase the height of garage doors from 8 feet to 9 feet, to allow construction of a detached garage without frost footings, to increase the rear ground area occupied by the detached garage from 25% to 37% of the rear yard area. Also at the hearing, it was adduced that 2 additional variances would be necessary. The one would be to increase the total linear footage of the garage doors from a maximum of 28 feet to 30 feet without screening, and secondly, to allow a garage to be built with a ground floor area greater than the area of the principal residence to which it serves. All members of the Zoning Board of Appeals were present except Harrington and Miller. The petitioner stated he resides on the premises and desires a larger garage. He stated the existing garage on the property will be raised, and he desires to construct a larger garage to be able to house his vehicles. He stated a new garage would house his van, pickup truck, police car, and have a designated play area for his daughter. He stated the 5 members of the police department have authority to take home their squad cars, and he is one of them. He introduced a proposed site plan. In response to questioning from Atkinson, he stated he understands that the sewer hookup will need an oil separator. In response to questioning from Member Brining, he stated the old garage would be raised and replaced by a new garage. The new garage would be 10 feet from the porch area of the residence. Member Biederstadt questioned why he does not build a standard garage with footings. He stated a pole building would be more structurally sound. The weight of the building would be on the pole building posts. He stated the roof of the proposed building would be almost identical to the roof on the residence. The wainscoting in the garage would be a motor-designed brick, and a new fence would be constructed, replacing the existing fence at the north perimeter of the property. Upon further questioning, he stated he has spoken with all of his neighbors on each side of the property, and none of them has any objection to the petition. He stated a sign has been timely posted in his yard advising of the hearing. Atkinson stated that he would also need variances for the garage door, which he understands would have a total linear footage of 30 feet, and the zoning ordinance allows a maximum of 28 feet without screening. Petitioner introduced pictures and evidence. He stated 3 garage doors would be 10 feet in width and would consist of light oak decorative panels. Siding on the garage would be match the siding on the existing residence. Member Atkinson expressed concern that allowing a pole building in a residential area would open up similar requests from other residents. He responded that there are already several pole buildings in residential areas throughout the city. Atkinson responded they may have been constructed before the zoning ordinance. Board members also know the ground floor area of the proposed garage appears to be larger than the square footage of the residence. The variance would also be needed for allowing a larger garage. No objectors were at the hearing. Atkinson moved. Brining seconded. The variance is as requested, and the additional variances for the garage doors and garage larger than the residence be favorably recommended to City Council. Motion passed 4A. Wojak, nay, and 2 members absent.
We have a motion to receive the minutes and place on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
Have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to receive the minutes and place on file. Is there any discussion?
I just want to say, Your Honor, there was some objections I noticed in the hearing, but where the individual lives makes perfect sense because he lives near a large field, and it is kind of unique for the neighborhood, but yet follows along with that certainly that space won't really hinder any neighbors or have anything to do with the character of the neighborhood. So it would make sense to me.
Any other discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Inappropriate ordinance granting the variances. Property is granted variances, increasing the maximum square footage of the garage from 990 to 1,632 square feet, increasing the height of the garage doors from 8 feet to 9 feet, allowing the building to be a pole building, be constructed without frost footings, allow the garage to occupy 37% of the rear yard area, and allow the linear footage of garage doors to total 30 feet without screening, and allow the detached garage to be built with a ground floor area greater than the ground floor area of the primary residence.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the ordinance as written and read?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second, Your Honor.
I have a motion by Alderman Putoff, second by Alderman Lukosius to approve the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion? Okay, we'll have a roll call vote. Call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
There was a hearing from Advanced Auto Parts. That's the new building that's being constructed on the former Kmart site. They're requesting 2 attached signs. The ordinance allows only 1 attached signs. And they're requesting that each attached sign be allowed to have a square footage of 100 square feet instead of 50. Same members present. Gentleman, by name of Brent Ease from Site Enhancement Services, presented the petition. And the signs would be on the north and east sides of the building, provide maximum exposure to Illinois Route 251. Wojak moved. Brining second. Petition be favorably recommended. Passed unanimously.
Do you have a motion to receive the minutes and place on file?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Radke, second by Alderman Mueller to receive the minutes and place on file. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
You have an ordinance granting the variances for that property, Bureau property at 1636th Street. Be allowed to have 2 attached signs on the building, with each sign having a maximum square footage of 100 square feet.
Do we have a motion to approve the ordinance as written and read?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion by Alderman Radke, second by Alderman Perez to approve the ordinance as written and read. Is there any discussion? Have a roll call vote, clerk call the roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf. Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved.
I have nothing else, Your Honor.
Unfinished business. Do we have any unfinished business?
Yes, Your Honor, I just wanted to update the council. Some of the members were there. We had our first concert this season at the regional airport. It was a successful concert with a small crowd, but we are anticipating that our next concert on August the 16th will be a much larger crowd, and I'm reaching out to the members of the council and any other folks out there, the pool committee that might want to participate in helping out and volunteering their efforts for the next concert, and I would appreciate that.
Okay, anything else under unfinished business? New business.
Yes, Your Honor. Tonight I'd like to make a motion that we authorize the hiring of an apprentice lineman as recommended by the Public Works Committee.
Second, Your Honor.
Okay, we have a motion by Alderman Lukosius, second by Alderman Walder, to authorize the hiring of apprentice lineman as recommended by the Public Works Committee. Is there any discussion?
We authorized to go and seek candidates many months ago. How many candidates did we, how many resumes and people did we go through?
We had 53 applicants for this job. We narrowed that down to 19. We did a number of phone interviews, and then I believe we had 4 face-to-face interviews, and we have decided on a candidate. As of tomorrow, if this is passed, we will offer that person the position. At that point, we'll do the background check, and this person obviously would like a couple of weeks to notify his present employer. So that's where we are.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any discussion on that? Any further discussion? Okay, we'll have a roll call vote, clerk call roll.
Alderman Putoff.
Aye.
Ferrari.
Aye.
Waldorf.
Aye.
Lukosius.
Aye.
Perez.
Aye.
Radke.
Aye.
Mueller.
Aye.
Sapienza.
Motion approved. Anything else under new business?
Your Honor, I've got something here from the police department I'd like to read. It's, you know, there are 2 people I'd like to congratulate on this. You've all got a copy of this from the police department. It's about a gal that was stopped by one of our police officers, and I can't get over the idea that here's a gal that's taking responsibility for actions. I'm not going to read the whole letter because, I don't know, it might give away who the person that got the ticket is. Officer Amy Sins gave out the ticket to this person, and she gives her all kinds of accolades that she did her job very well. So first of all, Amy needs to be congratulated. I'm sure you've already done that. And but this gal that wrote the letter, I just want to read a little bit. I wanted you to know that it made a big impact on me, that even though she had to arrest me, Amy, the officer, I felt that she showed a sense of compassion toward my plight, and she truly showed class as a police officer. And she goes on to give her a ton of accolades for giving her a ticket in the proper way, which evidently came from the way they're trained. But I'd also like to give this gal who is not named here, I wish I could, I'd like to say, you know, way to go. You took responsibility for your actions, whether the actions were good or bad. You took responsibility for it, and so often we don't hear people taking responsibility for the mistakes that they make, and we all make them. Every single one of us makes it. And here's a gal that put it in print. Congratulations to her.
Okay, where are we at here? Did we have any proclamations?
Yes, Your Honor, I got a communication from
Helen and Ethel Bossart of 317 Cross Street requesting permission to close Cross Street between Main Street and Market between 11 a.m. and 8 a.m. on Sunday, August 31st for their annual family reunion and block party.
I think it's typically
Yeah, it's PM, that's all. 8 PM.
They've done it. They've done it for a number of years, practically every year, and typically they're done by early afternoon. But
I just hope it doesn't rain. Isn't that right, Eric?
If there's no problem with the police department, I will recommend that we allow that.
I'll second that, Your Honor.
As long as it's definitely PM.
Not all night.
Okay, with the corrections, we have a motion from Alderman Waldorf, second by Alderman Sapienza, to receive the communication, place on file, and grant permission for the family reunion block party. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Next, we have a communication from Dwayne Bates, Director of Athletics and Activities at LP, requesting permission to use Baker Lake on Tuesday, September 16th for a cross-country invitational from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m.
You have a motion to receive the communication, place on file, and grant permission?
So moved, Your Honor.
I have a question on that. What is different about Baker Lake that they would need to have the cross-country invitational there as opposed to their new sports facility?
cross-country is typically played on a rock area like golf courses and things of that type, where your track needs to be on tracks. So they've done that at Baker Lake in the past.
Thank you for the explanation. I'll second the motion.
We have a motion from Alderman Perez, second by Alderman Mueller, on the receiving the communication, place on file, and grant the permission. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Finally, we have a communication from the Maud Powell Arts Celebration Committee requesting permission to close Fulton Street between 4th and 5th for the Maud Powell celebration on August 23rd.
Your Honor, I'll make a motion that we allow that, as long as it's all right with the police.
I'll second that.
Have a motion from Alderman Waller, second by Alderman Sapienza, to receive the communication for the Maud Powell Arts Celebration Committee, place on file, and grant the permission. Is there any discussion?
Again, I'd like to add that I'm pretty well involved in that, and if any aldermen are willing to volunteer that day, I'd accept their help, please. Thank
As long
you.
as you tell me what to do, I'll be there.
Tony's in charge.
Good at that. But, another thing on the Maud Powell, I hope the publicity's out there because it's a wonderful free event. And these performers are terribly gifted. There's one in particular, Sarah Patak, who is a local girl that has studied abroad and has done just a fantastic opera voice. And if you really come out and hear her, you'll be amazed at the talent that this local girl has. She's a young girl, I think about 27 years old. But, please tell everybody that it's a free event and it's just a fantastic show.
I agree with that, and I would also add that Steve Sharp is a local musician, has pushed his music education through Northern Illinois University. He's a singer-songwriter. He's excellent, and it's just another thing that adds to the Maud Powell Festival.
And I would like to see Maud's Emmy Award, or Grammy. Or Grammy.
I was talking to someone that came from Africa. She works in Africa last couple of weeks ago. And she was in Africa, and she happened to be mentioning to someone else down there in southern Africa that she was from Peru, Illinois. And this person turned to her and she said, Peru, Illinois, that's where Maud Powell is from, isn't it? So, true story.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to receive the communication, place on file, and grant permission. Is there any further discussion? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Any further communications?
Oh, Your Honor.
Public comment. Do we have any public comment? Yes. Well, you're supposed to come up here, Gina.
I just want to commend our power company and the crew that came up to Earlville the night of the tornado. My husband and I are on a DAT team, and we were called out. We were called out at before midnight. We worked until approximately 10 o'clock that morning. Anyway, we were at the fire department working, serving food and whatever they needed. And getting to talk with the guys as they were coming in and what they were experiencing. We had a family that lost everything. They were a rental and lost everything due to a fire, in addition to this tornado that hit Earlville. Anyway, as the guys were talking, when we got there, you didn't know there was a town of Earlville because you couldn't see anything. There were a lot of trees down on the western sector. There were houses by the high school that had, there were several that had been damaged pretty badly. The church, Catholic Church was damaged, and wires everywhere. And ComEd finally came in and shut down everything. But before ComEd went to the station and shut all of the electric wires down, our guys had come up to Earlville to help them. And there were trees everywhere. And listening to the guys talk, there were several that were talking about they were cutting branches and stuff trying to clear up the mess. And Peru had a power pole. Now, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it did save some people's lives. These guys were cutting wires, or cutting branches, and there were live wires. And because of the power pole that Peru brought up there, nobody got hurt. And I want to commend our people. You know, that could have been a disaster in itself with the tornado and then with somebody getting electrocuted. So, good job, guys.
And actually, our fire chief was up there, and his vehicle was the command vehicle for the event, right?
Our fire chief was up there within 5 minutes after that page went out.
5. You're going to have a visit from Officer Sines if you were up there in 5 minutes.
He was part of the tornado.
Thank you for those comments. It's nice to hear something positive.
Yes, thank you, Gina. Very nice. Any other public comment? I don't think we need a closed session. I think we did all that. So do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Second was from Alderman LaCocha. We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.